Hi, hello, a very good evening and warm welcome to WeVysya Present We Talk Show Season 4 and Episode number 5. Yes, you heard it right. We are in Episode 5 and Season 4. దిగ్విజయంగా 150 ఎపిసోడ్స్ కంప్లీట్ చేసుకుని ఎపిసోడ్ 5లోకి ఎంటర్ అయిపోయాం. సీజన్ 4లోకి ఎంటర్ అయిపోయాం. ఎపిసోడ్ 5 and thanks to all the moderators who made it possible of completing 150 episodes, not a joke, and mainly the backend team who are like coordinating for for the guest to line up, coordinating, scheduling, making them to use technology, all that, a lot of efforts, guys. Believe in us that it's a lot of effort goes into to schedule a show. So congratulations to the entire We Talk Show team for the support and great support from our founder Garu, who has inculcated us to learn through this technology. And today we are we are equipped to how to use this technology and make this We Talk Show successful. And great support from our Suvarna Kumar Garu, Global President. Yes, for this wonderful journey. Yes, viewers, we have come back with a new guest all the way from Bangalore, Dhruva House. Guests are definitely an eminent personality. ఎవరు మర్చిపోలేము అంత సక్సెస్ చేశారు మన ఈవెంట్ ని. ఎస్, మనం ఈవెంట్ ఇవాళ వీఆర్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ చెరిషింగ్ అబౌట్ ద సక్సెస్ ఆఫ్ మనం. It's because definitely because a point that Abhigna Garu, today it's our privilege to host such great MC, the anchor of Manam, మాతో పాటు మొత్తం షో అంతా నడిపించి లైమ్ లైట్ లోకి వచ్చి కొత్తగా జాయిన్ అయినా కూడా ఏ అప్రహెన్షన్ లేకుండా మనంని ఉరుతులూగించిన మన యాంకర్ అండ్ మెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ధృవ ఫ్రమ్ బెంగళూరు ఇవాళ మన గెస్ట్. సో లెట్స్ వెల్కమ్ our today's guest Abhigna Garu for today's show. So stay tuned and please put in your comments and questions in our live chat. Hi Abhigna Garu, how are you?
Hi Ramesh Garu, I'm all good. How are you?
Great, all well, great, going on, superb. And welcome to this WeVysya talk show. See, I know it's a tough call to make you sit as a guest.
It's my privilege. It's
Great.
my honor as well.
Great. And it's a privilege for me too to handle or to interview a great speaker or great anchor, great MC, and making you to sit the other side of the screen and taking an interview. Amazing.
I'll tell you the best part is like every time I was there. So this is new to me also. So you are an expert already in WeTalk show. So I
Great.
am very much pleasured to be here.
Great stuff. Okay, Abhigna Garu, say hi to all of yours and just brief your profile for the benefit of yours because it just I think you just completed a year.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
It's
Over to
really
you.
enjoyed. So namaskaram, ellarigu namaskara. So as I have now friends all across Andhra and all across Karnataka today, that's such a honor to me as well. So this is MC Abhigna Aikot. So many of you have seen me at Manam 2024, and I hope all of you had really nice fun right there. So I am an anchor. I started this as a hobby, and now today it's my profession, which is extremely a very happy passion for me as well. I host in English, Kannada, Telugu, and I've started a little bit of Hindi here and there as well. So I always host all kind of entertainment till formal team building, energetic shows and awards as well. So
Great.
this is a
Awesome.
small intro about myself.
Superb, Abhigna Garu. You know what? Till now we were talking or we were talking taking the shows in the last 150 episodes of some of the other category that they're into businesses. That
Right.
one is iron, cement, plywood, different manufacturers, all that. So first of its kind that we are taking the show on an anchor, and you joined WeVysya as an anchor category. How is this
Right.
possible, and how did you landed up in WeVysya in that category as such?
So the first thing is there is a statement in Vaishya's Manolle Manol Kayale Dorasi. So someone told me all of these can be broken in a couple of these platforms, honestly. So that is one of the reason I can, because if you find my contact list, there is no Vaishya friend apart from one or two here and there. It's not a great deal with that. So that was one of the reason that I wanted to talk to people. I wanted to introduce myself, and that's when people also were shocked. Oh, Manolano itla professional undara anesi.
Dada, I know.
Then I think yesterday when Sandesh sir asked me, send me your company name. I told there is no company name. My name is my own brand today, my own
Okay,
identity today.
right. Very nice. Okay, so being an MC is not a joke. First of all, you need to have that inner talent to showcase or to come out to the public and speak, which basically not a part of our typical Vaishyas. Basically, it's a
True,
typical
very
career, right? So first of all, a great job and congratulations for being such a wonderful anchor. Your diction, your modulation, your voice, your communication, your language, everything was like amazing. We
thank
never heard of. So you are in that category already. You reached that level. But how was the journey started as an anchor, and how did you chosen this as a career?
So initially, when I was in my 10th standard, I used to work for a NGO. Like I used to volunteer for NGO. So appudu I used to write some scripts for them. For the anchors ki script rasistante. So maybe
Oh,
when the anchor was writing, while అది ప్రాపర్ కన్నడలో ఉండే ఆల్ ఆఫ్ ది స్టేజ్ ఫార్మల్ కన్నడ అంటే బెంగళూరులో ఉండే వాళ్ళకి కర్ణాటకలో ఉండే వాళ్ళకి అనుపమ వస్తారు అనేసి తెలుసుంటారు. సో వాళ్ళు ఎలా అంటే అన్ని గవర్నమెంట్ షోస్ ఉంటుంది కదా. సో అలా అట్లాంటి కన్నడ ఉంటుంది వాళ్ళది. సో ఆ లెవెల్ కాకుండా ఒక 70% ఐ యూస్ టు ట్రై టు మ్యాచ్ టు దట్ స్క్రిప్ట్. సో అదయిన తర్వాత వి థాట్ వై నాట్ వి హోస్ట్ ఇట్ టుగెదర్. So in 2015 was the first time I stood on a stage and I hosted. But sir, until then, you believe me, uh, those of them who've seen me till the 14 or 13 years of my life, I used to be
okay.
such an introvert. And today, when you
Oh,
see me, I'm an extremely extrovert. People would wait to talk to that little child. ఉంటారు కదా కొన్ని పిల్లలు.
right, right, right.
Once they starts talking, only they feel happy. I was that kind of a person. So maybe the
Oh,
stage and the mic attracted me right then. And ever since then, my college recognized me as an anchor, and I was the only student anchor at that point in my
when
college.
was when was this? Which year was it? Which year was it?
2015 onwards.
Okay, so I mean, you should not mind asking me what was your age that point of time?
I just wrote my 10th standard.
15 years, say
Yeah.
roughly.
Yes, just
So
15.
okay, nice. Okay,
So till 2020, there was no stopping. All the events were hosted by me, and then COVID happened, and I got into a job, and I forgot about all of these. So then, once I got married, that's when my husband saw the potential in me. When we attended some birthday party, he was like, "I think you can do much better than this person today." I was like, "I've never done these kind of things in my life. Like everything is a stepping stone. Let's try." So
okay,
appudu I started approaching a couple of them saying, I've hosted in my college days. If you guys need any other anchor in future, you let me know. Honestly, at one point of time, an evening, 3 days on the birthday party schedule, the anchor didn't turn up. So
okay.
that is when I got a call. 3 days,
Oh,
Panakala, they called me and they were like, the anchor didn't turn up. Do you want to do a birthday? Can you do it up? I was like, I don't know, if you guys guide me, I will definitely do it. She told me two, three games, and I just went there. And end of the day, the client was so happy, and she couldn't believe that it was my first event ever. And she gave me a 2 minute whole big review.
okay, awesome. Okay,
Yeah, so that's
very
where it
nice.
all started.
So that's all it has started. Is it because you born and brought up in Bangalore and you were like grown up in an environment that your language skills were good, that you could able to identify yourself that you are good at speaking? Because you
Yeah,
said you're an introvert.
true. Yes, yes, yeah. Maybe that's 100% true, because the most exciting subjects for me any day in my life were the languages. So maths anta oka 40-45 score chesta ante Kannada would be out of out. English would be like -1 and 100 ki 99. Sanskrit would be
Wow.
out of out. So always I used to have that urge in my languages. And when I told you 2015, I did my writing as well. So 2015 till 2022, 23, I've been a content writer, content strategist, marketing brands, and planning their marketing strategies and all of that. So if you say language was always a part of me, I identified it in different ways.
Nice. Okay. Cool. So, I mean, generally, I ask these questions at the end of the show about your
Okay.
personal life. But then in your show, we have to understand how this has inculcated. I mean, how you got into this. So, I need to
Okay.
ask you that: were you born in Bangalore? Ikkade
Yes.
puttara, perigara? Okay.
I'm a pakka Bangalore person. So in Kannada, they say it's a pakka Bangalore hudgi. So born and brought up here, and too much of Kannada influence for me. And
Okay.
even now, I can't write Telugu, but I can speak because it's my mother tongue. But in Kannada, I'm a poet, I'm a writer, I
Wow.
have my own literature club called Arli Katte, where we have a lot of people coming in, curating their own literature works, giving it to us, showcasing shows for all of it. So that's
Wow.
a small glimpse about it.
Very nice. Awesome. So, where were your schooling in Bangalore? Which college it was?
I studied in a school called Carmel School. So that was
Mount
a
Carmel
no. Mount Carmel is different. That's a college. This is
College. Yeah.
Carmel is a school that I studied from till 10th standard, and then
Okay.
I did my 5 years of my college in PES. And then
Okay.
in 2021, I did my master's in journalism and mass communication from Jain.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So all through it was in a different. You've chosen your career in a different way. Journalism and
Absolutely,
the mass communication itself is that
yeah,
will give you that your testing. It gives you your the testing skills in communication and the branding and the media, all that.
correct, true, absolutely. So that
Wow.
helped me a lot more in understanding how media works and how confidence should be, utilized in the right way. So
Right.
that was something that I didn't have a guidance because మనం ఇప్పుడు ఒక business తీస్తున్నామంటే Vysya's లో there are a lot of references for you. Even
Absolutely.
till today, I do not have a reference. I am an experiment for a lot of people today.
Okay.
So in that manner, journalism definitely helped me a lot, and thanks to digital media, of course.
Media. Absolutely. Superb. But typically when you say that you're a thorough Kannadiga, I mean, in this you born and brought up in Bangalore with mother tongue. But Akkada Vaishyas anta kuda, the roots are from Andhra and Telugu
Oh no,
family, right? So how does
but
it happen?
uh,
When your parents got migrated?
so as I know from the last 5, 6 generations, we are from here, and that's a big story. My name says Abhigna Arcot. So many people think Arcot is a Christian name, but
Christian name, yeah.
it's actually a place near Ratnagiri, which
Okay,
I've never visited in my life because there's no one there. So we are born and brought up from Bangalore. That is what we know. So no
okay,
one knows how, when, what happened, and when we migrated. So
okay,
when my grandfather also would talk about his childhood, about his parents, about his grandparents, everyone are from Bangalore basically.
okay, okay. You
Yeah.
speak Telugu at home or you speak most of the times Kannada?
Actually, మా అత్తగారింట్లో ఫుల్ తెలుగు ఉంటుంది. ప్రాపర్
Okay,
లైక్ ఇప్పుడు ఆంధ్ర తెలుగు. When I go
okay,
to my dad's side, it's proper Kannada kind of a environment. And when I go
okay.
to my mom's side, it is like an English kind of a environment culture. So there are all cultures. My
Multilingual
Bengali,
family.
yeah,
Okay, but then you born and brought up in Bangalore. You've seen Bangalore in a different, what do you say, in different shades, from a non-vibrant Bangalore to a IT crowd, and it has become a global city. It was a mediocre city at that point of time. I mean, 20 years before. Today, it has become a global
yeah.
brand. But when you seen Bangalore in a different shades, were you not in pressure to pick up something which is a trendy like IT and get into jobs and business because your blood is that business blood?
Yeah, absolutely. And hey, my parents were not so like confident to put me into a business. They were like, you do some years of corporate and then do whatever you want. అంటే ఒక సామెత ఉంటుంది కదా పెళ్ళైన తర్వాత ఏమైనా చేసుకో అనేసి ఐ టుక్ ఇట్ వెరీ పర్సనల్ సో ఐ గాట్ ఇన్ టు అ జాబ్ ఐ వాజ్ ఇన్ టు బ్యాంకింగ్ అండ్ వెన్ ఐ గాట్ engaged I told I don't like this job And my fiance then and my husband now was like, "Yamana Chesko, it is up to you. There is no other thing that I'm going to talk." So when my content writing was my favorite part when I was doing in my college, I started as a content writer and a content strategist then. So I worked with SEO companies and I started branding, marketing for them and a lot, little bit. And then I
Yeah.
moved to a little bit of software. I started feeling that is too much on me because I'm a BCom student, so can't expect a lot of software. And
Yeah.
then, but I used to do a lot of branding and
So
marketing for
you also have gone through what Bangalore has gone through.
apps. There is 9 to 6 that I've gone through. There is no 9 to 6 that I've gone through. No weekend vibe. Everything I've gone through.
Great, okay. Bangalore was also a renowned place for art, science, arts, basically. We have
Yes,
seen that ITC Vincent Manor Road is full of paintings one evening, and they
very.
celebrate a lot of traditional music and all that. So that
Yes.
also influenced you. Were you part of them to get on some
Yes.
knowledge?
So Bangalore, as what like an outsider sees, they only see this part of Indranagar or all the North Bangalore side, which is
Absolutely.
actually not Bangalore for a Bangalorean.
Right, right.
Our heart stays in the part of South Bengaluru, which we see Chitrakala Parishad this side, and we see Rashtrathana this side. We see how Shilpakala Vedika is there. We have town hall here.
Town
So
hall.
all of these were a very major part of my childhood. As I was born and brought up in places like Chamrajpet, Jayanagar, Baswangudi, and all that,
Yeah,
so I always had this Kannada vibes a lot.
Kannada
And
wife and
this,
yeah,
yeah,
typical
these places
Brahmin
are very
Vaishyas,
yes,
typical Kannadiga
proper,
families,
proper South Indian
South Indian
Orthodox
families, yeah.
traditional families. I can
Malleshwaram,
yes, yes,
yeah,
very. So that helped me a lot to imbibe and culturally get myself into the rooted place. Even though I am a Gen Z, many of them tell you don't behave like a Gen Z. Maybe it is because of the way that we were brought up and the
right,
place that we stayed in.
absolutely. The place you stayed in will actually added a lot of values
Yes.
in that way. Okay. So
So
you,
even
you
though
are a blend of the basic values and tradition with the modern techniques like digital
yes,
and with trending business or trending profession is like MC. So you're a blend of everything.
yeah,
We
yeah.
can
You
say.
don't see me at any parties, but you see me at all the networking sessions.
Excellent, superb, superb, superb. I mean, you were mentioning your Kannada skills as a poet.
Yeah.
As a poet, I mean, it was a great achievement. Absolutely great achievement. Well, how did you get that in a passion to get over the language so much?
It is definitely my father. అంటే స్కూల్ బస్ వచ్చేదానికి వెయిట్ చేస్తుంటాం కదా. సో మై డాడ్ రన్స్ అ డిపార్ట్మెంటల్ స్టోర్ ఈవెన్ టుడే ఇన్ చామరాజ్పేట్. సో అక్కడ ఐ యూస్ టు జస్ట్ సిట్ టిల్ ద స్కూల్ వ్యాన్ కమ్స్. That time I used to feel it is very torturing, but now I know where it all came from. ఏమంటే we used to get a magazine called Taranga.
Okay,
And we used to get Bangalore Mirror. So both
okay,
of these I had to read every day before I go to the van. At any cost, I understand or no, I have to read. And he was the person who would teach me how well to read, how annotations work, how pronunciations work, what kind of grammar is used. And if I don't know something, I had to take up a dictionary, I had to research about that and come back and tell him what is this. సో
wow,
అదే చెప్పింది. అప్పుడు టార్చరస్‌గా ఉంటుండే. కానీ టుడే ఇఫ్ ఐ టర్న్ బ్యాక్ హి హాస్ గివెన్ మీ ఎ వే టు మై ఎంటైర్ లైఫ్ కెరియర్.
right, absolutely. I think that language skills has made you a different
యెస్.
personality now.
ఎందుకంటే న్యూస్ పేపర్ చదివినప్పుడు అర్థం హాఫ్ అండ్ హాఫ్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఉంటుంది మనకి. అంత
Right,
అర్థం కాదు. సో, ఆ
right.
న్యూస్ పేపర్ ఆ ఏజ్‌లో చదివిన దానికి అనుకుంటా. ఇప్పటికి కొంచెం నేను కన్నడ మాట్లాడినా కూడా ఒక లోకల్‌గా ఉంటుంది. కానీ వెన్ ఐ గో ఆన్ టు ద స్టేజ్ దట్ కన్నడ విల్ బి డిఫరెంట్.
Superb, superb. Okay, okay, now we have heard your career, your the way you traveled to get over all your skills, what you have possessed today. From 2015, how's your life changed as today a matured MC?
Oh, when I see my own clips in 2015, I was like, oh, it nene na an anukunta.
10 years.
Yeah, it is
10 years journey.
exactly 10 years actually speaking. I think
Right.
for this April it becomes 10 years, so it's a
Superb.
very
Okay.
long journey. Uh, and I never knew I would stand here because full time started something in 2021 22 nunchi. And
Okay.
when I started, I had no one. As I told you, I had no one. I used to sit, I used to Google who are the event managers in Bangalore, what people do, how much they charge. I had no idea anything. So, one thing that I would want to say is like every profession demands a very big male force అనేసి ఒక వరల్డ్ బిలీవ్ చేస్తుంది కానీ I wanted to break that male force. Female can do something beyond this because if I ask you to name an anchor, which anchor would you name, sir, today?
I say Suma, a benchmark.
Absolutely. I took her as my role model. I took her as
Wow.
an inspiration. Because what people say, ఒక యాంకర్ కి ఒక క్యాప్స్యూల్ లాగా మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పైరీ డేట్ ఉంటుంది. సుమ
Right.
గారి ఎక్స్పైరీ డేట్ మనకి ఎవరికి తెలీదు, ఉండదు కూడా.
Under
Correct. So
the energy sheet flow.
exactly. So if you have the energy, if you have the passion, if you have that determination, we can do. So that is one thing that I always had in mind, and I'm trying to imbibe the same thing throughout.
Very nice. Cool. Okay. So, but then from 2015 to 2025, 10 years long journey, you would have come across whether sometimes have you felt that was this the right industry? Have I chosen your right stuff? Or you have you ever felt that you should change somewhere, or is that everything is smooth?
It's not smooth, but I've never had doubts on myself because I always felt something is better than the other market MCs today. So because when probably we show the couple of videos, people will themselves get to know. There are two kinds of worlds here in every industry, right? One is a world where it is a little bit corrupted and all of
Right.
those things happen. But there is
Right.
the other nicer part of the world that people often forget to. So that's why I've always wanted to concentrate on that. But అంటే కష్టాలు ఉంటుంది అంటే there are so many people, so many entrepreneurs who have done billions and millions in life, and అలాంటి కష్టాలు ఏమి ఉండదు. కానీ like for us, I'll tell you basic things. Traveling in Bangalore is obviously a difficult thing. So
Right.
sometimes we put up two shows or maximum three shows that we can put up. But I drive by myself. I do my own makeup. I do my own styling. I do everything. So these might seem very, common to a person who's listening to this. But మీరు ఒక్క రోజు ఒక ఫంక్షన్కి వెళ్ళొస్తే you'll be exhausted the entire day.
Entirely.
Imagine that is my day in day out every day. So my job is to get up, think a strategy for this client, handle so many kind of mindsets right there. Some people will be over hyper energetic, you should calm them down. Some people won't even open up, you have to pull them up to
Yeah.
just smile a little at least. And some
Right.
people will be there, some like telling some tantrums here and there, you need to balance them. All
Right.
of this is like that typical wedding that you see day in day out. We do this. So
Absolutely.
probably with those heavy costumes that we wear, the hefty makeups that we use, the properties that we carry. So when you see my car, there is no seat for a second person. There is only games, games, games. So any part of the world you leave me and my car, we both will survive and come back.
Okay. Okay. But was it not tough to prepare and upgrade yourself or think creatively for every show? Wasn't it tough? How do you
Yeah,
feel? Because I know, because you have that you have that language skills which made you to select this industry, and
correct.
over a period of time, having only language skills will make sometimes a boredom for the people. Even though we
Correct.
have talent, but then for them they require a creativity. They require some comic sense. They require some joke or talent in a in a different way to play, make them engage. All that apart from language skills. So how did you manage all this now? Because you need to follow your trend,
Yeah, correct. So I have always felt this thing. So when I am bored of a game, I can't give it to my client.
right?
So, like for example, in the industry, there is this game called Selfie Queen. You ask majority of the women, everybody knows this game.
Right.
I broke this, and the first thing I tell it to my clients, I'm not gonna let you guys play selfie game. I'm gonna do something else. So I started getting with see the women and mobiles, and not only women, I can say in general, humans and mobiles are so attached. When I
Yeah.
call them with a mobile, they'll come. But now here is my strategy to break that selfie game and put a new game there. So I started
Okay.
something like what's in your phone. So
Okay.
in that we started eliminating some things. We started, demonstrating something at home. I see myself as an audience like that when I go to a wedding, because North Indian weddings are dhoom dham in terms of entertainment. South
Okay.
Indian weddings are filled with rituals, authenticity, our
Right.
culture, and everything. But
Right.
there is the trend after COVID that people have started to implement Sangeet and fun haldis,
Yes.
carnivals, and these and all of that. So now that the South Indians have come out of the shell, I wanted to cater them with something different. So
Right.
I started getting these games called spin the wheel. So they'll have to spin the wheel for a game. I got these big human dice. And last week also, 5, 6 days, I sat and I worked on a game so that it'll be out the season as well. So whatever will interest my clients within 2, 3 months or 4 months maximum, one season I use them, and I don't give them until unless they ask me again.
Right.
So
Yes.
yeah, the level of upgradation is sometimes very tedious, but it is
Yes.
fun while it has been done.
Okay. But then you always says that you're like one woman show. Every time you does everything on your own, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
then, do you have some team which gives you an idea of games, because you will be traveling or you must be scheduling your slots for different events. But when you get time to actually get into the game, understand the crux of it again, to make them play, you need to
Okay.
have a clarity.
Yeah, I don't have a team to design my games. I design my games by myself, but I
Okay.
have a team who can help me and putting that through.
Okay.
So once I tell them the design, basically delegating some things like maybe shopping for a couple of hardwares and all of that, because my engineering skills are very basic. So in that scenario, they come with me. So and for my shows also, I'll have a person who will help me shoot videos, who will help me with setting up the games and all of that. So I have a very small minimal team, a team of three.
Okay. Good.
Yes.
Good. 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 Nice. We heard you. We just go for the few messages which have flown in for you. Let's go to some of the messages and we'll come back to your thing. Okay, we
Yes.
have Anappa Rajagupta. Welcome, Abhigna Garu, for We Talk Show. Thank you, sir. All the best. Good evening, Ramesh Garu. Good evening, Andy. Anita Raghava. All the best
My
for my lovely daughter. Wow, awesome. Yeah. Nice. Anapagaru. So you were scared of maths and and now you're counting money like a
yeah.
pro. It's like your bank balance fixed your math skills.
Yeah, I was very scared. Yes.
Sanjay sir, good evening, Ramesh garu and Abhigna garu. Good evening, sir.
Mm.
Anapagar again. You told you're weak in maths and now you are counting money like a pro. It looks like your bank balance. Yeah, I think the message got repeated again. Rajendra Kumar garu is saying all the best. Thank you, ma'am.
That's my
Thank you, sir.
father-in-law.
Okay. Unnati
Yeah.
garu, good evening, both of you. I like her voice and the way she engages the audience is superb. Oh, nice accolade. Great. Pradeep Kumar garu is very cool and nice. Geeta
That's my
garu is
mama
saying,
again. That's my
okay.
mother-in-law. You
Geeta
now
Priya.
know where my accent comes from. You see that all of my family is here. Yeah.
Okay. So the messages now. Okay. So, Abhigna garu, I mean, we understand that the cities were growing, the celebrations have taken in a different shapes. People are, don't mind spending. They're not limiting themselves in spending money for the events, right?
Yeah.
So that has actually fueled this industry of having a right anchor for the right event.
True.
So, so that has make you agree that that has make your life so easy without much advertisement. You keep getting calls from people through references.
That's a very wrong statement because I advertise myself really well. I think so many people know me on
Yeah,
WhatsApp and
I mean to
Instagram.
say that you don't advertise in a wrong way. I mean to say that you
Yeah.
need not require advertisement.
Yes, word of mouth is the best advertisement that we've always seen in all industries. So,
Right.
and the right thing that you told after COVID, I think people have been investing a lot into the event
Word of mouth.
industry. Be
Yes.
it a
Yes.
small get together, a small wedding, or for simple things like Shanti, I think, because 8 years, 6 years, 50 years Shanti. దీంట్లో కూడా మేము after all the rituals and all of that, we give them fun and entertainment. So people did not knew all of these concepts before back then. But again, on the same note, యాల్ ఇవన్నీ తెలుస్తుంది అంటే because of the Instagram, because of Facebook that we market, we show them those new games, right? So then they feel okay. మన families లోనూ ఇలాంటివి ఏమి
అవ్వలేదు.
ఉన్నిండ్లే, so we'll try getting these.
True.
So yeah,
Amazing. But coming from a bit conservative, I mean to say the community, Vaishyas,
right.
and coming to becoming an outspoken person, that to a female, uh, and get you definitely your family would have supported you to chosen this career.
True.
First of all, డిగ్రీ చదివితే చాలు అన్న ఫ్యామిలీస్ మనవి పెళ్లి
Correct.
చేసేస్తారు బేసికల్లీ. And out of all that, you getting onto the stage, conducting your shows, that definitely would be definitely a challenging task. But how did you handle? What was your support from the family?
Very true. Always my family has been touched wood. They've always been supportive. So I remember a couple of years ago when I just started this, my father-in-law going to a couple of channels, giving out my portfolio. So I was like, I don't want to go into TV, but he was like, no, no, you can try. You have that talent. You can try. So that's a very unique kind of a family that you get. Even now, my mother and my father, they keep helping me and sorting my games and all of that.
Oh,
And
very nice.
my husband is the first best critic that I can ever find in my life, because there are very less people who give me critics in my life. So the first person is my husband. And I want him to do that. There should be one person,
Right,
right, to tell
right,
what
right.
is wrong and what is right, so that you get better every day.
So he actually corrects you before you actually go onto the stage.
Yes, yes, he has a list of things to tell me from one event to the other event, and he helps me in criticizing each and every game. He'll be like, "What do you think people will think? Do you think they're childish? Do you think they're this? Do you think they're that?" So that point man came on this, and I think after at least one certain time, at least now, when I put out any game, I feel everything is right,
Right, right.
because we feel that I've almost hosted around 1,200, 1,300 plus shows today. So
Wow.
so there we feel everything is right, everything works, but
Yes.
there should be one person to put that barrier there, threshold there, and say, no, Baba, this is something very stupid. Let's get back to something logical, practical. And I even cater to the like for weddings I don't have a lot of logic, and they need fun. For corporates they need a lot of logic. They have
Logic.
to align with their vision, mission. The talks with the HRs goes for hours together. So people might think, oh, these epudu meetings antantundi, what is the exact thing? So while before we get onto an event, we take a lot of calls to understand what the bride wants, what the groom wants, what the families want, and what's the venue asking for. There are so many restrictions in the venue. There are restrictions from
Absolutely.
the event managers, these things. But when we come to corporate, that's another new world altogether. So we have to abide by their rules only. We'll have to follow their vision, their mission. Basically, I have to be a part of that company for that day.
Absolutely.
So we have to understand what the HRs want. Some HR want only team building, but some HR wants different kinds of visions. So we'll all jot this down and give them so many options. It'll be like one big thali, and they just pick up
Right.
whatever they want.
They want. Right.
Yeah,
Tali is a choice for them to pick it up, but then overall you should have that blend of all the things, because
yes,
you don't know what they offer, but you should have all that ingredients with you, so that
very
whatever they ask you should be ready to give it. That's a
very.
talent, right?
And one more thing, as in normal businesses, what happens? We can tell them we'll work it out and come back. My industry lo adu undadu sir. మేము
Hmm.
ఇక్కడ వెళ్ళిపోతే there will be one more person who's there to fill into you. So
Right.
within that next minute, you should be so quick, so ready to tell them, okay, this is
Yes.
not happening. Fine, we'll give you this. This is not happening. This. So we'll have to keep giving them. And majority of the challenges that happens to me at least today is like we would have hosted people for corporates and all 2 years, 3 years continuously. In a
Right.
year, maybe sometimes two shows. but where 2 3 shows tanka బాగుంటుంది. We can utilize all of our creativity. Fourth
Right.
show is the point. Okay, now you've
Yes.
utilized whatever you've done all of these years, but now
You'll be
is
you will be
where,
exposed.
yeah, you'll start new, you'll start fresh, what to
Yes.
do to them, and all of that. And you very well know corporates don't want a lot of physical also, atlani a lot of brain also. We need to
Absolutely.
correctly
Balance it
balance
out.
there. Yeah.
Balance it out.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Abhinay garu, 1,200 shows of your fabulous journey. Okay. I mean, what is that skill you still feel that adunte baunu anpichedi evanunda, or you just accomplish the peaks?
No, no, obviously no one is complete for sure. The first thing that I would feel is like maybe I should inculcate a lot of languages. I have to learn a lot of languages. And
Other
I,
languages, you mean?
yeah, like
Tamil.
Hindi and all of that were not my main when I was studying. So I have to
Okay.
do a lot of Hindi, I have to do a lot of Tamil, so that I can cater to a lot of people. And my poetic styles is only limited to English and Kannada. So
Okay.
I want to do it. I mean, that is what people like me sometimes in weddings and all of that, because I use poetic styles here and there. That has again helped me right there.
Okay.
So I think I am the best example to show people why childhood will not be a waste. So whatever skills that I used to possess in childhood is reflected me back again here, and it's been helping me gain a lot of my career experience today. So
Okay. So the poetic skills మనంలో వాడలేదు కదా.
లేదండి. అంటే తెలుగులో రాదంత నాకు. ఎందుకంటే ఇది ఇంటి భాష కాబట్టి అంత
Right.
రాదు. బట్
Okay.
కన్నడలో అయితే ఆహ్, ఎక్కువుంటది. కన్నడలో సూపర్‌గా వస్తది. యాహ్!
Nice, nice. But
అంటే
as in you
తెలుగులో ఈ
started,
టాలీవుడ్
yeah,
డైలాగ్స్‌తో పాటు కొంచెం ట్రై చేస్తాం మేము
right.
వెడ్డింగ్స్‌లో. థాట్ తెలుగు ఆడియన్స్ ఆర్ ఆల్‌వేస్ ఫిదా ఫర్. తెలుగులో టాలీవుడ్ ఇస్ లైక్ హార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆంధ్ర కదా! సో దే లవ్ ఇట్.
Right. Superb. But as an MC, were you also faced competition? I mean, was there any situation that some of the corporates or some of the events were like had to choose between you and your competitor, and you
Oh
lost
yeah.
it?
Every day it happens. Every day we get 100 calls, and we don't obviously get all shows, but it is always a competition, as in how do we grow up, and
Right.
how best we portfolio also. The first 2 years that a mistake that I did is like I didn't click any videos, so I did very good shows. I did
Okay.
shows for central government. I did shows for Air Force. I did shows for Bosch, Tata, and all. But you ask me one video, I don't have. So
Okay.
that was the learning point as well for me, and that is when my competitors, took one more step ahead of me. And now that I know from last 1.5 years that this is the main thing that you should show to the next client. Now I am a little on it, trying to do it.
Okay. So we'll just showcase your skills here.
Absolutely.
Just
This Harvey, let's play games and make them dance. So ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to all of you. Beautiful couples, Harvey, can we give a big round of applause? Come on everybody, one more, family and friends, make some noise! On the count of 3, 2, 1.
POV. Let's roll a new game.
Let's get the music. ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಬಾಯ್ಬಾಬ್ ಐ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ಇವತ್ತಿಂದ ನಿಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಡೇಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು.
Hey, that was nice, basically. Okay. ఎలా అది అంటే యాజ్ అన్ ఎంసీ ఒక కెరియర్ ఇస్ అ ఛాలెంజింగ్ వన్ బికాస్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు పొజెస్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ స్కిల్స్
Correct.
అలాంటిది రైట్ అండ్ స్టేజ్ ఫియర్ పబ్లిక్ కమ్యూనికేషన్ యువర్ సెయింగ్ మాస్ కమ్యూనికేషన్ అండ్ ఆ సెన్స్ ఆఫ్ హ్యూమర్ ఉండాలి
Right.
ప్రెసెన్స్ ఆఫ్ మైండ్ స్పాంటేనిటీ ఉండాలి బట్ హౌ ఐ మీన్ ఇట్స్ అ డిఫరెంట్ కెరియర్ Definitely a different career, which
Yeah,
we hardly see in our community,
very true, very true. So I
right?
think that just
Uh,
way is typically from so many years that we've been on stage and talking to people now. I don't have a script even today. I don't take a script. I don't take anything on. See, I use my agenda. I still use these AI tools and all. I read it like just a newspaper. I read it, and I don't know if I use it in that also. So in అందుకే మనంలో కూడా స్క్రిప్ట్ ఇచ్చేటప్పుడు I asked, should we you know come on to the same words, because if
right.
that నాకు ఎప్పుడు అందుకే ఈ సైన్స్ అలాంటి సబ్జెక్ట్స్ లో బైహార్ట్ చేసి ఫార్ములాస్ వేయడం నాకు మంచి మార్క్స్ తీసుకొని రావట్లే. కానీ వెన్ ఐ డిడ్ కన్నడ ఆర్ తెలుగు ఇంగ్లీష్ ఆర్ సంస్కృత్ అండ్ ఆల్ వేర్ my own story building skills were there, that always gained me better marks. So
Okay.
even today I think my brain is so fixed that I can't by heart things and do things for any show. You give me an agenda, you tell me what
All
is your
you mean to say that's all spontaneous?
everything is spontaneous, that's all.
Amazing, yeah, amazing talent. But this gives me curiosity that why didn't you try in Kannada movies?
No, so that is a different ball game for sure. I mean, I'm happy with anchoring myself, so I want
And
to
I'm
go on
sure
to
someone would have offered you also in short films or Kannada movies.
short films. We've got for short films, we've got for YouTube content and all of that. But I don't know. I've never made my mind there. So I've been given a couple of pilots for a couple of channels, like small channels in Canada. But that doesn't give me happiness as much as what I do on the stage with live audience. Some people getting married, some people, having their fun with their corporates. That's a different satisfaction that you sleep every day with.
Great, awesome. Okay, quickly we'll just go through some of the messages which would have flown in now. Yeah, we got a big message from Anu. Wow, your journey from being an introvert to such a brilliant speaker is amazing. You talk so well and it's super inspiring. Keep doing what you do. I'm Anushri, Disco Gupta,
Oh,
daughter here.
thank you so much, Anugaru.
Very nice. BK Nataraj Garu saying, good evening, everyone. I'm Nataraju from Krishna House, a new house. Yes,
Great. Yeah,
welcome, sir.
yeah,
Monisha Garu saying all the very best.
thank
Abhijna. Great. Okay. Abhijna Garu. Okay, now let's come back. How was your journey started at WeVysya and what prompted you to get into WeVysya?
Okay, so I think all of us know in Dhruva there's Adarsh Meda. So he is my cousin, very first relative. So he always would tell me, try, Okasari, you should come, you should experience how it goes. Ani. So I
Right.
came once and then I left, I don't know why. And then I came second time and then I was like, okay, fine, we'll make it a move. They were like, third meeting, we'll induct you. Register you. I'm like, it's okay. Whenever you guys want, you can do. But I'm going to be a part of Dhruva by then. And I see, I had told. So then I started it that way. And I was very bad at attendance. I think Satvik and all knows that really well because I used to have my shows and all of that. So when the show is at 10 o'clock, but we'll have to prep and go very much early. And then the best part about Vivasya was the Manam 2025 because uh, how much ever as a profession you are in anchoring, your community or your own people sometimes wouldn't believe you there.
Right.
So Anil sir was the first person to maybe pick me up there and put me here. So I've never met. I didn't know that he was the founder because Independence Day was the first social that I had after joining Vivasya. People asked me to announce Anil Gupta sir. But not like a founder. They just told me to call him in the front so that he was behind. I didn't know he was the founder. I didn't know anything. I was right next to him in most of the times on Independence Day.
Okay.
And then when I met Archana ma'am also, I didn't know anything about the background which happened. While discussing for Manam, I understood he is the founder, and that is whom I'm talking with. Until
Okay.
then, he was such a nice person who is, like
Right.
no
Down to
heavyweight,
earth.
nothing he has. He's very peace and calm, like a friend only. He's with you. So,
Yes.
and then we started with Manam, and you know the story. We started only having like maybe 1 hour of the entire show that we had to host, and then
Yes.
Anil was like, no, no, you go take it up how much ever you want. And I was on my feet that day. That's all.
Excellent. Awesome. But you said you came for the first time and you went back.
Yeah,
Okay. And you
because
joined it.
I was not representing the anchoring then. I was representing content writing then.
Okay.
So
Content
content
writing. Right.
writing was not a field that many of the Vaishyas didn't understand back then. I'm talking
Absolutely. Yeah.
2021. So it takes time for the new
Yeah.
trend to start up and
Start off. Yeah.
boom across. Today, content writers all across the globe. So when
Yes.
I was doing, it was very rare. So that is when I came back to anchoring. I felt maybe this is a good way to start now.
Right. So your journey in Vysya, how was it?
It is very good. I mean, it was sometimes, the things that you learn from Manam committee was immensely good. I learned so much about an event, about how to coordinate for an event, and how much efforts people take after the event. Also, I was
Yes.
very like end of the day. I really had some tears in my eyes, because. Uh, Getting recognition is different, but getting onto a stage while you were so young in the this thing, no, I was
Long.
just like a 2 months baby or 3 months baby maximum while I was getting Manam. That's all. So that was a very emotional moment for me. And when Anil sir told it in front of the people, I was like, wow, okay, that is a very nice testament to whatever happened all day today.
True, true, true. You're just a 2 months old, but then you actually rocked the show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. All thanks to all of my co-MCs, including you.
Great. Excellent. But then, okay, I mean, you started your journey in Vivasha. I mean, the intention of Vivasha is to cross leads, like, you develop, it's like, thinking about others and how to develop the other's business. So, were you able to get all the contacts, all the shows, I mean, all the leads from people, from our fellow members to host the shows?
I do. I did get a couple of leads and all of that, and the last one that I got was just in last month from Anil sir himself. So I didn't know until I went there that the person who I was talking to was the groom's father. So he is the president of in USA. There is a NRI community, and
Right.
he is the president and founder of it.
Oh,
I didn't
awesome.
know until Anil sir and all of them came and they introduced and they spoke about it. So they have around 2,000 Indian residents in their trust today.
Right.
So got to see a lot of dignitaries of all of those people and such big HNIs, and in that way, it has helped me bridge a lot more into it.
Excellent. Super. So, what's your vision now? I mean, from now, the next 5 years, where would we see Abhigna?
Um, Honestly, I want to just be on the topmost nice, what do you say, shows and stages. I have in mind, I have in heart one small thing that maybe I want to host Simon or IFA someday. Any of these award shows that I
Yes,
would
award
want to.
shows. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Great. I was about to ask you that. Which is a favorite show which you wanted to host?
yeah.
Great.
Absolutely. I think almost 90% of the anchors would love to host one of those.
And also that Vivasha is a wonderful platform that now Abhigna is like not just a member of Dhruva. She's a celebrity in Vivasha now,
Oh
right?
my
Right?
God.
I mean,
No,
across the houses in Andhra and Telangana for any shows, definitely I think today they would look back and just give you a call to come over that place and do that. And I'm sure Vivasha will also start giving you leads to come over here for all the functions. I mean, for all the celebrations and the functions they do at their houses. I think that is what the intention is. I mean, definitely you would also like to take that, right?
absolutely, absolutely. I
Right.
think all thanks to Vijayawada, all from Guntur. So they were so hospitable and they were so
Yes.
good.
Yes.
I was never felt alone when I was in Vijayawada. That's how sweet they were. And entire Manam got me, you know, known to so many people, and I got to
People.
know so many
Yes.
people. So
And I'm
I
sure from
yeah,
now on, you will be getting so many calls to host their shows in individual places, like everywhere, from
absolutely. I would love to. I would love
Vishakhapatnam, Hyderabad, everywhere. So you
I
will
would
be
love
busy.
Yeah, because I've been trying to contact a couple of event managers from Hyderabad and Vizag and
Right.
all of them, because the shows that happen there are pretty much good. So, and
Right.
I think I can try to pull them off with a new technique or something that way. So let's
Okay.
see. Hopefully, after the Week Talk show.
Great. So, Abhinay, I mean, just about your personal life. When did you
Okay.
get married? About your family?
Yeah. So I got married in 21. It's been three and a
Okay.
half years for now, and so my husband's name is Vamshi Krishna, and my dad and mom. I have a small sister who's in first year of her engineering, and we stay with my mother-in-law and father-in-law. So it's a small, nice, happy family that
Okay.
I'm with.
Your hubby also part of WeVysya?
No, no, he's a corporate person, so he works for a company. Yes.
Okay. So how do you balance? How do your day starts? How it ends? How do you balance your work life? And what do you do on weekends?
My weekends are my most busiest days in my life. So
Absolutely.
if I
Which is
have
the
a
most free time for your hubby? Then how do you balance it?
we try to take up an evening on the weekdays. That's the only option that we have, or we drive together to the events so that we as well get to get some time together and all of that. So if
Great.
there's a show, I wake up 3 4 hours prior to the show. If someone's giving me a reporting time at 10 o'clock, I'm this person who goes at 9:45 and sits, and
Okay.
I take care of the sound check. Even if it is not my department, I take care of my light checks. If my clients are ready, and if the vendors are there, what all happens. I'm a lot more like. How did you see today that I was
Right.
20 minutes prior? I
Yes.
am like
Yes.
this generally. So I
Superb.
don't know how people would think, but it's always helped me because
And
there are
it's you have to,
yeah,
because entire your preparations, everything will be presented on stage, and if
absolutely
that things and ancillaries are not proper,
correct.
whatever how much ever you prepare it, it goes vain.
Absolutely. So, but when we are on the stage, we are with free minds. We do not need to
Yes,
worry about anything. So we've
right.
sequenced everything well and we've gone. So that's why many of the event managers, when I enter, they'll be like, okay, this person, Abhigna is there, we can go. She'll take care of everything. Trust
Everything.
me, they'll sometimes tell me when to put the cold fire also, when to put onto the vendors also. I mean, that's how some event managers look at me. So
Right.
I just try to help them as well so that even my event gets better. My clients need to go happy end of the day. They shouldn't be like, oh, because of this vendor, this got wrong. Because of this person, this got wrong. No,
Good.
so it's one time event for them. It is a daily thing for us. One wedding, one birthday that they're celebrating in their entire life. So that should not be spoiled.
Great. Awesome. Great professional life and great personal life. What's your key message to all your fellow women and I can say women entrepreneurs or women overall? Definitely, most of people will come back and say that they are envy of you just because you the way you are outspoken.
Ha.
What is your
I
key
think
message to the women today?
so I don't know how much like elder I am to talk about all of these. Right? But one thing that I've always seen is like women are brilliant multitaskers. We know to multitask like brilliantly. So I know it is going to be a little more difficult while we are setting up things. While we are doing a lot of things like that. But let's not give up. If you want to be a person who wants to succeed, you will get through a lot of tantrums. You will get through a lot of things that people would say, "Itni kawal na, your family is important, your that is important." Listen, okay, listen to them and do whatever you want to do, basically. And once you succeed, I think people will turn back and say the efforts that that person put is all paid now very well. So this is a very old school talking, but I think this works. And some people still work hard. I tell you, work hard, but use your smart work. Give your time for whatever is necessary only. Don't invest your time on everything that you want to do it all by yourself. We can't do everything by ourselves. We need to delegate something. We need to give away so that you have your peace of mind at the end of the day.
Excellent. Superb. The most of definitely wherever you were doing shows, you had people come back and say that how do you speak so well? A stage fear leda. See, basically everyone has the skills, but when it comes to the
Yes.
stage, definitely the legs start shivering. right? Because they can't face the people. It's a different talent altogether, right? And I'm sure you must be getting accolades wherever you go. More that too, mostly from women itself, women themselves, because they love seeing other women, getting on the stage and like being outspoken and doing well. Great, 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 great message, Abhignagaru, for all your fellow women. That they need to be smart. They should not do so much of hard work, but they need to be smart and they should do on their own. Forget about the
Very,
world. They
very
should
true, very
achieve what they do. Amazing. The way you have done and you have showcased your life.
I'm yet in the process of that.
Great, great. Nani, because most of the women get a chance, but because still they won't come out of their four walls and prove. Very few get a chance, and very few will get a chance to prove, which you have actually cracked all that, and you are today. You are sitting here as a wonderful anchor. Great, great story from you. Uh, I was just thinking, what will the questions I should frame for you? But then, without much realization, we have already crossed almost an hour.
Yeah. Right.
Great. Nice to hear from you today, and thanks a lot for accepting our request and being on show today. It was wonderful hearing you and your story, your inspirational story from an
Thank
introvert to a great anchor today. Hosting a 1200 shows is not an easy task. It requires an immense talent and patience, and a lot of passion. I think probably that is making you today to smile and taking up more and more shows.
Very true. Thank you, sir. And immensely grateful to Anand sir for this entire platform. The wonderful idea that he's put up. And thank you, Ramesh sir. You were just like a nice friend who just had a chit chat with me. That was amazing. And I'm
Great.
always grateful for WeVysya as well. Because మన కమ్యూనిటీలో ఒక చిన్న స్పార్క్ అనేది ఆంధ్రాలో చేసేకి హెల్ప్ చేసింది వివశ్య సో ఐ ఆల్వేస్ హ్యాడ్ దట్ వెన్ ఐ స్టార్టెడ్ I had to step into Andhra and see little bit I have tried. So maybe in the next coming years I have a better plan that
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Definitely the expectations have gone high a lot now.
great.
And
Thank you.
that great, Abhignagaru. One last, anything you have to want to share, which is if you feel that we missed out.
I don't think I think we've covered everything. So
Right.
just want to be really grateful again and thankful to everybody right here from
Great.
Dhruva till the entire Vijayawada.
Superb. Okay. So thank you for coming on show today. We had a wonderful talk. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much for
so
joining.
much. Thank you.
Great. So, viewers, చూసారు కదా అభిజ్ఞ గారి వండర్ఫుల్ జర్నీ ఇన్ ద లాస్ట్ 2015లో స్టార్ట్ చేసి తను 1200 షోస్ పైన చేశారు. ఇట్స్ ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ ఫర్ మెనీ మెనీ ఉమెన్ అలా చేయటం కెరియర్ని ఎంసీగా ఎంచుకుని అది అన్ని షోస్ చేసుకుంటూ టుడే షీఈ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ది బెస్ట్ యాంకర్ ఇన్ బెంగళూరు. So that's all from our side. Congratulations to the WeVysya management team for taking our WeVysya International. Recently, they had a coffee meet in Dubai. It was an amazing success. So our founder Garu, President-elect, all were there, and they just kick-started. Amazing. And we have seen a lot of messages flowing in the leadership group with the new team coming up. Congratulations, Ganesh Garu, our global president, and and his team who have been selected as a global vice president. And I'm sure the new team will take our Vysya to the newer heights. So thank you guys for sparing your time and spent your time in watching our show today, the season 4 and episode number 5 with our eminent personality, Abhigna Garu. Thank you so much and have a nice weekend. We will come back again with the 5 good guests next week with our most lovable moderators. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Good night.